Welcome and come embroider a hoop with me. Today I'm going to be putting a tiny little mushroom on this small 3-inch hoop. And first, before anything, I just grabbed some scrap fabric, made sure it was big enough, and then I outlined the dimensions of the inside hoop so I knew what my working space would be. Then I just took a ruler and started measuring so I could ensure the graphic would be centered. From there, I just draw on the graphic using this water-soluble pen, and here I am just fine-tuning it, trying to make sure it's exactly what I want it to look like. And when I'm done embroidering the project, I just run it under some cold water and all of the ink will disappear. So it's really neat. Then just put your hoop back on and then make sure you pull your fabric really, really tight, which will help ensure that there's no gathering or pulling together in certain areas, that it will stay smooth and firm on the outside. Then I'm going to use the tan embroidery thread to start on this stem. First, all embroidery thread comes with 6 strands. I'm going to split it off and use 3 strands. So that's what I'm doing off camera. And then I'm going to use a long and short stitch for the stem. It took me a while. I thought about just tracing around the outside, which is kind of what you're seeing here is where I'm starting that. And then I decided to go back and just do the long and short stitch all throughout the stem. And that would give me a more uniform look and also kind of provide the texture that I'm looking for that you would typically see in a mushroom. Also, I want to apologize for the lack of visibility on this. It was really difficult for me to hold the hoop and see it to make the stitches and to make it flat enough for you guys to really see what I was doing. So I'll work on my camera setup for the next one, and hopefully you'll be able to actually see what I'm doing a little bit better close up. Popping back in here to show that I did finish the stem, and I outlined the top in just a plain back stitch. My original thought was that I would do a plain back stitch around the outside and then do a split stitch on the inside of the top part of the mushroom using the red thread. But really I just kind of did a simple back stitch all the way through. And I really liked that look, and I just kind of went from the outside and embroidered in a circle into the middle. And then anytime there was a little bit of gappage, I would just stick another stitch there as well. Lastly, I am adding the spots to the mushroom cap here, and I thought about doing a French knot all across to make a more uniform appearance, but I didn't want the extra layer of dimension, and I felt like just a straight stitch would really give me the look that I was going for here. So I'm putting that all over, and then you'll see at some point that I add an extra layer to all of the existing spots just to make some of them pop a little bit more and stand out from a distance. And that's the whole hoop. Tie off any remaining thread, wash it off, and add a ribbon, and you're done.